It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Jim Pedley, Dustin Long, David Exum.
Yeah, Jim Pedley with a Kansas City Star. Chad, how concerned were you about the valve spring? I assume that's probably a batch thing. And were you also concerned about when the grill got clogged up a little bit?
The valve spring thing, yes, I was very concerned about that. Obviously, whenever you have a teammate that has an engine failure, typically it is a batch issue, and all of our engines are assembled not by one particular assembler per team. It's a group of assemblers, and then we divvy those up. And so when the 24 had that issue, it was nerve-wracking for sure. But as far as the debris on the grill, I mean, that was actually good because that's what we wanted. The engine was running very cool. We wanted to get some temp into it. We wanted to get a little bit more front downforce in the car, so we put some tape on the grill on the second to last pit stop. And when that little piece of plastic got on there, that was only better.
Go Dustin Long, Dave Exum, Nate Ryan.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Rick, I want to ask you a couple things. Knowing how much testing helped you guys, or helped this team in particular this year, there's been a lot of talk about the testing being cut back for next season. Some people in the garage are even favoring the idea of no testing at NASCAR tracks. One, I wanted to ask your opinion about where you feel about for testing for next year. And the second thing is Brian France was in here earlier today talking about maybe the need for making aggressive moves for cost-cutting measures for teams. What can be done to help teams out?
Well, the testing, we've heard everything from 24 tests to no test, and I guess if we have to go with no test, I'd like to see them bring us in on Friday with the data acquisition on the car, have 2 good practices, take it off Friday, that night, qualify Saturday and race Sunday, and eliminate tests. I mean, we're gonna do whatever they decide, and it's a lot of money when you test as many times as we've tested and everyone else has tested. But I think rolling over this year with this car, as much work's been done on it, if they don't make a lot of wholesale changes in the off season, with rules, then we should be okay. So I think the whole world's been impacted by the economy, and we're going to be just like everybody else. If we'll live with whatever they come up with, but it sounds to me like they're leaning toward very few tests and maybe none. But I think the data acquisition will help a ton, like in the truck series, and I think it would give everybody shows up. Goodyear's there, all the teams are there. We got to get in on Thursday anyway, so I think it would save everybody a lot of money.
Let's go Dave Exum, Nate Ryan, Lewis Frank.
Rick, Dave Exum, NASCAR scene. When Jeff hopped out of his car after the engine failure, he wasn't kicking and screaming like a baby and really took it like a man. And it's his first engine failure since the 2006 Bank of America, Lowe's Motor Speedway. And, he praised the engine shop. And what can you say about, not only the engine shop and how Jeff handled the whole thing?
Well, Jeff's a real champion. He knows how hard these guys work. And I'll tell you, out there we had 3 or 4 of the engine guys standing back there. We're looking at cars going to probably win the race, and their heads were down, and they work so hard they don't want to see a failure. But a tribute to them, they knew the batch when that spring was first run, how many runs we had on it. They knew that when I walked down to the pit box. So Jeff knows they're on top of their game, and he's had a rough year, but Jeff's a really I've seen him put his arm around the organization when we just didn't give him stuff good enough, and so I think he realizes how hard they work, and it doesn't do any good when pieces are going to break. It's going to happen to everybody and anybody. So I appreciate the attitude he had toward the failure because he had a good car.
We'll go Nate, Lewis, and Mike. Go ahead.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Jimmy, before you spent the last 24 hours wearing out Chad, you said earlier that you spent the whole week wearing out your brain. That seems to run counter to the more relaxed, looser Jimmie Johnson we've seen in the 2008 chase. Did the Texas finish just freak you out that much and sort of leave you unsettled?
I was mad that we gave up points. I assumed that Carl was going to be one of the better cars at Texas. but I really felt like we could finish in the top 5, if not top 3. And then to get off on that third run and go down a lap, not be able to get back our lap at that point, losing 80, 70 points, whatever it was. You can't do that many more times, especially with Phoenix and Homestead, and you can never count on having a race with no mechanicals or flat tires. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, that same thing goes for Homestead. So I want every single point that I can get. And I was frustrated that at Texas, we didn't do that. We still ran well. We were competitive and ran near the top 5 all day long, but we were lapped down and never got a lap back. So now I can be laid back and relaxed, but I can be very hard on myself, and just my mind can do the same thing to me that it does to everyone else. And I just want to be on top of my game and do my job every time I'm in the car. And I put a lot of pressure on myself coming into this weekend to hit my marks in qualifying practice and in qualifying during the race and all those things. And I just wanted to show up ready and spot on.
Lewis and then Mike.
Chad, you're very comfortable in front of television and aware of it. Last week in Texas, during a pit stop, when Jimmy had a close call, there was some kind of outburst, which I won't repeat or ask you to repeat, but it got a lot of reaction in the media center. I was wondering, what was the reaction when you got back to the shop or when you got home?
What did I do? I didn't remember. I cussed? On TV? Oh, well, look. I mean,
if you don't think he cusses, you guys missed something. You don't scan us enough.
It's man, when you sit up there, look, I love all of you guys. I mean, obviously, you guys are the ones that put us out there, but damn, man, when there's a camera in your face for 3.5 hours, but like 5. I mean, if I had to blow my nose or go pee or anything like that, I mean, just a little break, and that's all I needed at that point. Just give me a break. And it was kind of funny because I said that, and the little camera, like up on the wall here, it went, it went down like that. It was pretty funny. So, but I do appreciate you guys giving us our space when we do ask for it. That means a lot to us because we do try to make ourselves completely accessible to you guys, and Jimmy does, and all the drivers, and our team does, and for our sponsors, and for Lowe's, and for Hendrick Motorsports, we want to get that out there. But every now and again, you just need a breath.
Go ahead, Mike. Got a question up here. If we could get Mike.
Speaking of TV, this is for you, Rick. ABC pulled away the last 30 miles of the race and went to America's Funniest Home Videos. What does that say about NASCAR's championship playoffs? That's what does it say?
Is that what they're playing? Yep. Yeah. I thought it was Desperate Housewives. I thought that
was. Oh, they're going to
that. It doesn't say very much. I'm disappointed. I didn't know that. That's okay. Okay. Did I answer you? Yeah. Yeah, where my mother is. That's going to be. I'm glad my phone was dead at the end of the race.
Jimmy, could you answer that?
Well, I guess it did. I thought it went dark and like nobody could watch it. So the fact that it was on another television channel was. I mean, it's better. You'd still want it on the prime channel, of course, on ABC, but. I mean, to go to America's Funniest Home Videos, that one hurts. I mean, no doubt. I thought we have a lot of characters. I mean, why do we need that show?
Upstairs, any questions? Upstairs, are we clear? I guess we're clear upstairs. We're clear downstairs. Gentlemen, congratulations. We'll see you at Homestead.
See you guys in Homestead.
What? I ask, who's the question for upstairs? Hang on. Go ahead. Well, I ask. We didn't hear you. Thank you.